Hi, my name is Rachel Kumar and I am a co-founder at Basti Ram. Basti Ram had the exciting opportunity this summer to work with young people from the London Borough of Lewisham and Lewisham Council to deliver a 6 months culture exchange project to India. The name of the project is Beyond Boundaries. Beyond Boundaries is designed for young people who have faced adversity, who have not had the opportunity to travel before, and who could do with an injection of self-belief and self-motivation. It's a 6 month project. Over the course of the 6 months, young people learn a range of skills and activities which they get to put into practice during the last 2 weeks of the project when they go to India to take part in a cultural exchange trip. This video tracks their experience over the last 2 weeks of the project. It's worth noting that prior to this point in the project, young people took part in a phenomenal amount of activities. They took part in fundraising activities, they attended pre-departure workshops, they bonded as a team, and all of that would not have been possible without the huge amount of commitment and support from staff at Lewisham Council, which was amazing. So the actual journey to India was long. Flying can be stressful for anyone, but what was really wonderful to see in this group of young people, where some people had never travelled before, they'd never been on an aeroplane, was that young people supported each other, they took it all in their stride, they didn't complain, they embraced the food on the aeroplane, and they arrived in India in really good spirits for the 2 weeks ahead. Now we'll see some of their comments.
It was my first flight, so I was a bit nervous, but it was actually okay, like even the turbulence was fine. Overall it was a good flight.
It was interesting and long.
Well, the first one was good, but the second one was even better because the food was really nice and there was a lot of games.
Kira? It's been okay.
Slept the whole way.
It was kind of long, but it was okay. I'm hungry.
On arrival, we made our way into the van and we went up and up and up into the mountains to our apartment, which is situated in the foothills of the Himalayas. When we arrived at the apartment, we were welcomed with a warm traditional Indian welcome of applying the holy thread and the tika, which made all of us feel welcomed, feel like we mattered, feel that they were waiting for us there. At the start of the 2 weeks, we gave all of the young people an orientation into the local area, the local people, their backgrounds, who they would be meeting, who they would be spending time with, so they were able to draw similarities between themselves and the culture that they were spending time with in India. After the orientation, we went into the local community to meet some of the people that we would be spending time with. The community walk is a powerful part of the project. It's the first time really that participants get to see the local people and to spend some time with them. After the walk in the community, some of the young people shared how they'd found that experience, and they spoke about how they felt a responsibility when they were holding the young people's hands walking around the community.
Good, very adorable, because I liked the whole hand thing, because I felt like I was responsible for carting.
What, holding their hands?
Yes, and taking them around, and some felt like they were attached to you.
Yeah.
And they naturally begin to draw comparisons between their own lives at home and the material things that they have and the things that the communities have in India, which is not very much at all. And then people naturally start to wonder, okay, they have all these things at home and these people in India have very little, but they're still smiling, and they're laughing, and how do they get that fulfillment? These are one of the natural questions that people ask of themselves when they join the project. The young people on the project at home, obviously it's very normal to use their technology all the time, to always be on their phones, and obviously on the project that wasn't really an option. So what we found naturally happened was a couple of people in the group were really avid handicraft people, so they were avid knitters. And soon after a couple of days, the whole group were inspired. So it seemed like people sitting there on their phones had been replaced by the use of knitting, and everybody was learning to knit. And what we found was that everybody would sit together and just talk about what they'd seen, share their own experiences, draw comparisons and similarities, whilst just sitting there and trying to create something and being more creative. It was really wonderful to see. Our apartment is set high up in the mountains and it's surrounded by trees. some young people really enjoyed just going out into the local area, just spending time in the woods and the forest with staff, and just exploring the local area, which was so different to their local area at home. One of the key activities that young people did on the 2-week experience is that they spent time with the local community, and in order to deliver planned sessions they had to think about what resources they were going to take. They had to spend time planning their sessions, they had to think about timings, and they had to work in teams. So they were all key skills that they'd learned prior to going to India that they got to use on the project.
So I'm here just watching these young people prepare for tomorrow's lesson. Reese has drawn a hand. Candice is saying he's fabulous. Fuad, he can't draw, so he's got Anna's draw for him. He's got his sorted.
Yeah.
And he's teaching on his own as
So
well.
I encountered a problem, I overcame, I've adapted, and now it's onwards and upwards.
I reckon he's going to be a good politician. That's what I think.
Politician?
Yeah.
How are you feeling about seeing the kids? I'm excited to see if there's new faces.
Tomorrow's lesson we're going to be doing colours, use flashcards, and on the flashcards there's different types of colours, and you take one away at a time and they have to basically see which one's gone. Basically it's to work on memory.
How teaching's going?
Yeah, as the day goes on, after that, alter my lesson planning based on how the children's, how easy they receive the information. So for example now, I'm doing shapes for 20 minutes, and the first 10 minutes I'm doing recap on the shapes because they've already covered it, but the next 10 minutes is testing their knowledge, and I've decided that they're going to play a game where the first student will draw the shape and they have to choose another student to actually write and spell the shape out. So they enjoy the style of teaching and learning, because not only do they get involved, they actually play the role.
So have the kids' behaviours changed at all since you started teaching them?
Definitely, because it's only natural as you're more comfortable with someone, you'll show more dimensions of your character. So as the days gone on, they have got more cheeky, but then again they've got to know me better, and they know that there's a time to have a laugh, and then there's a time for serious learning, so they can read my body language as well as I can read theirs as well.
So you're on top of it?
Well on top of it, yeah.
Good.
I've been writing basically love letters, where we get a piece of paper, draw a love heart, and put their names inside, and basically writing good things about them, and we have to pass it around to other people, and we can't really get our own because they're afraid we might write something good about ourselves and someone starts handwriting, and I'm not getting back today. Two people aren't here, so I'm angry about that, but everything else has been going good so far.
On the project, young people undertake a number of cultural activities. So they learnt Hindi so that they could communicate basically with the local community and also with the young people that they were working with. They learnt some henna, some mendi art, so they became very creative, doing nice henna patterns on each other.
Well, this is henna done by Cynthia, a pro.
And they learnt some Indian cookery, so they learnt how to cook samosas, pakoras, about Indian spices, how to make chai, which they all thoroughly enjoyed. And also we did some Bollywood dancing, so they taught the local community staff their dances, and they also learnt some Bollywood moves, which was really good fun. We also saw some of the local sightseeing activities, so we went to the rock temple, which is a traditional temple made entirely of rock. We went to an ancient fort.
It feels like I was in the car and I was thinking, wow, we're actually in India, embracing the culture. We're going to see the fort, wearing the clothes, eating the food, smelling things, understanding the cows on the road. It was really cool.
We went to a waterfall. We also spent some time in Ganj, which is where the Dalai Lama lives. So they spent some time actually going to the Dalai Lama monastery. In the final leg of the trip, young people had the opportunity to buy some traditional Indian clothes and to wear saris and suits, Indian suits, and we went on a dinner out to a local restaurant, and it was really amazing. There was a live band there, and one of our young people sang, which was it was a brilliant high to end on in terms of our last night in Dharamshala.
You said, why did you do that with him today? You sniff
would just like to say thank you. Thank you to Lewisham Council for giving us this opportunity, and thank you to the wonderful staff that we worked with, Anna Lucott, Katie Morrison and Denzel Bell, who were just wonderful. And most of all, thank you to the young people. We were really just taken aback by your commitment and the heart and soul that you threw into this project. It was a success because of you and your commitment. Thank you and well done.